Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be painting these two items. This is a French chest, and I'm also going to be painting this mahogany end table. Both are going to be painted the same color, and the color we're going with today, it's called Winter Way by Bare Ultra Premium Plus. I'm also going to be showing you guys my steps, my process, and the items I like to use. For example, when it comes down to mahogany pieces, before I paint, I always like to use shellac. Then I always like to apply a primer. Since this is a dark blue color, I like to use a gray primer. Then the tool I'm going to be using is my Shellac Spray Station 5500. I'll be using this system for about almost 3 years. And it's been a great system for me. This is about $250, $300 depending where you buy it. But I like to use this system to spray the paint and also spray the finish. So one of the biggest things I like to do is I like to take items all the way down to the bare wood as much as possible and remove all the imperfections, fix everything. Now, it was nice that I could easily just take all these areas down to the bare wood. But then on some of these areas, I don't have to. I just have to smooth them all out, make them nice and just prep them correctly. Now this one, my wife at first wanted me to stain the whole item. So then I took it all the way down to the original finish, or removed the original finish, took it down to the bare wood. And then she decided she wanted me to paint it now. So the reason these are covered on top is because the tops on both of these items are going to be stained. Now I will be staining this one with a liquid stain, and this one is going to be with a gel stain. This one's going to be with General Finishes Java Gel, and I believe this one's going to be a Varathane stain. But I'll see when I get to that one, once I make another video for this one. But hope you all enjoyed the video, and thank you for following along. Okay, I'm going to start off with the drawers. Now, before I paint, I always like to seal mahogany, especially when I take in the original finish off, taking it down to the bare wood. And before I paint, I always like to seal everything up with the Sensor Bullseye Shellac. Now, what this does is it creates a barrier from the wood to the paint, and it helps you avoid that bleed through. Now, even though I'm going with a dark color on this, I always like following the same process. So the process will be, I'm going to apply the shellac, I will let it dry, then I'm going to apply the primer, let that dry, then I'm going to apply maybe 2 or 3 coats of paint. So I'm going to guide you guys through the whole process. But another thing I always like to remind you guys is, please protect yourself. So I'm going to put this back on, go through the whole process, and then you guys will be able to enjoy some music. Are sprayed, we're going to move over to the end table. Same process. Now that's it for that process of sealing the end table. Now this one, just want to remind you guys, I sealed it because it is a mahogany piece. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it before, I probably forgot that this gray primer I like using is from Rust-Oleum. This is a flat gray. It sprays very nicely, a quick, even coat around the whole item. As you can tell, it didn't really take me that long, and I got almost, I could say, like they say in those commercials, 99.9% coverage of the entire thing at a pretty fast pace.